Platzi, educación profesional efectiva.
Hello everyone. Hope everyone is doing well. Practice makes perfect. We all know that. But no one and nothing is actually perfect. You, being a native speaker of your own language, often make mistakes here and there, as well as native English speakers. So do not beat yourself up and definitely never feel embarrassed of your English. I decided to give you a top of grammar mistakes or slips that native English speakers usually make. Let's go. The first one is should have versus should have. Have you heard someone say should have in a sentence? Well, they're wrong. What they mean is should have. The tricky thing is that they both sound kind of similar. That's why people get it wrong. If you say, I should have studied harder in school, people will absolutely agree with you, although it's grammatically incorrect. Effect versus affect. Again, these two words are easy to mix up since they sound so similar. Affect is usually a verb, and it means to make something change. Effect is usually a noun, and it means the result of change. Here are some common ways the two words are used. Adding more cold water will affect the timing of the recipe. What effect do you think adding cold water will have on the timing of the recipe? He was really affected by the movie. I think that movie will have a positive effect on the people. By accident versus on accident. Have you ever said on accident by accident? I don't know how it started, but native English speakers definitely do this all the time. The fix is easy. Just don't do it. Always use by accident instead. It's versus its. This is more of a writing mistake, but still very tricky. Normally, using an apostrophe as indicates possession. For example, that is mom's coffee mug, or where is Pete's jacket? As most of you know, adding an s to the end of a noun usually indicates plural, or more than one, like, look at all those dogs. However, when it comes to the word it, the rules are completely different. The word its is short for it is. The word its is the possessive form. Here are some examples. The cat licked its paws. It's a shame that we missed the beginning of the show. One and the same versus one in the same. Here is another phonetical mistake that native English speakers get wrong all the time. The correct phrase is one and the same. When you use this phrase, you mean that two things are alike. For example, this year's model is no different than last year's. They're nearly one and the same. This one is my favorite for sure. Couldn't care less versus could care less. My friend makes this mistake all the time. She's from the South, so maybe it's a Southern thing. The right phrase is couldn't care less. The idea is that you absolutely don't care. You can't care any less because you're at zero level of caring. For example, I couldn't care less about what he thinks. I have no respect for him. That dog couldn't care less about obeying his owner's commands. He did well versus he did good. I can't tell you how many times I've heard a native English speaker get this wrong. Oftentimes, people say he or she did good, knowing that they're making a mistake. I think saying someone did good has become a casual way of expressing it. People think they're being cute when they say things like, the team played hard today, they played good. But really, they should say, the team played hard today, they played well. This mistake drives me crazy every time I hear it. And it is, ladies and gentlemen, double negatives. As far as you know, an English sentence can have only one negative. Just one, that's it. But Americans can make it 2 or 3, they couldn't care less. I don't have no money. This is a wrong sentence. I don't have any money. This is the right sentence. I didn't talk to nobody. Wrong. I didn't talk to anybody. Right. Confusing the past forms and past participles of irregular verbs. For example, we have the verb go, base form of which is go. The past form is went. Past participle is gone. Native speakers usually confuse them and say, I should have went to the movies or to the party. This is wrong. Instead of, they should say, I should have gone to the party. Here's another example. He's already drank 2 beers and it's only 4 p.m. This is wrong. He's already drunk 2 beers and it's only 4 p.m. Last but not the least is misusing of the word literally. These days, people often say literally just to put emphasis on something that is not actually literal. Literally means that something in reality is exactly as spoken without metaphor or exaggeration. She literally has thousands of pairs of shoes. That guy is literally a monster. You know, I could go on and on naming other mistakes, but I'm sure you got the idea. You probably heard native speakers making other mistakes. Let me know which one in the comments. See you soon.
Tenemos un curso gratis solo para ti. Haz clic aquí y empieza las clases del curso de inglés en Platzi. Y si quieres saber más sobre inglés, haz clic en este video que seguro disfrutarás. Nunca pares de aprender. Dale clic, dale. ¿Y qué esperas para darle clic? Oye, y dale clic. En serio, dale clic.